Hello, welcome to this Thursday's Connect the Dots. I was absent last Thursday, but it was school holidays. There was a lot going on. I just decided that I'd just take a break. I wanted to jump on here today. It's probably not so much about connecting the dots with your marketing today, but today is a really momentous day for me. And I want to celebrate it here with you guys, even if you're not watching. So if you're watching the replay, thank you for jumping on and having a listen. So yeah, what a journey it has been the last nearly 12 months, so about 10 months from when I first decided to have the courage to give up on the side hustle that I have been doing for about 10 years now. So I've always had a side hustle in one form or another, and actually commit to starting a business properly and being properly self-employed. So I learned some really key things in this time, and I thought I would just share them with you today because I think they apply to all businesses, and they apply whether you're growing it while working alongside a full-time job, or whether your business may have plateaued a bit, or or you've been in business for ages. These tips you might find really useful. So thank you for listening. I'll sort of tell my story around these 4 tips, but the first one is you need to take your business where your customers need you, not where you think it needs to go. So I've probably not described that very eloquently, but what I mean is back in September when I decided, right, I'm doing it, I'm going to set up the social media agency properly, I decided I was going to niche down into chatbots, and I was going to focus on them because I love chatbots. I think they're brilliant. And I thought that I built everything up around that, focused around chatbots, and I also sort of around Christmas time decided to niche even further, and it would be around the hospitality industry, so hotels, restaurants, events, tourism. More on what happened with that later. But so that's what I decided to do. But what I learned really quickly was the people that hired me, thank you to those lovely clients, initially, it wasn't for chatbots, really. Really what they wanted was social media support, marketing strategy, how to get content out there. And so what I found, there was a disconnect between what I was saying publicly on my website and marketing versus what people actually wanted. So people weren't really engaging with my content around chatbots. People were coming to me saying, well, that's all good, but I need help with this. So that was the first learning. Listen really carefully to what people are asking of you, like what they need your help with, and you'll find a common theme there, and you really need to focus down on what that is. So that's the first learning that I got. So I niched obviously into hospitality, and then COVID came along and not only upset that, but actually upset my plans for leaving my full-time job. I resigned in February, so it was all going according to plan. I'd had a hunch that I probably needed to change my business offering and my focus and my my packages. But then COVID came along, and actually in some ways it was great because it gave me a kick up the bum and went, well, hospitality is not so much an option now, so really let's refocus again. And I've got to thank Dawa at Love Your Business for, he just happened to get in touch at just the right time, and was really able to help me cement some of those ideas. So then I changed my website and carried on with on a new trajectory with my business, and I haven't looked back since, so it's been great. But one of the things, I've just listed them down here, one of the things I had to be really clear on is what my income goals were. Oh, sorry, go back to the other story about COVID-19. So I had to delay my resignation from my full-time job. So I said I'd stay on till the end of May. That has now carried on till yesterday. So I'm officially finished full-time job, and now officially self-employed. Yay! It's very exciting. But what I had to do was be really clear on what my income goals were. And I think you need to build your business around that, around packages or what services that you offer. So what I did was decide, right, what is my need to earn figure? And obviously that was to replace my full-time income. And what I would love to earn. And because I was in this transition period of having the business on the side and then having my full-time job, I was like, right, my immediate goal is to cover what I'm going to lose when I leave my full-time job. So I worked on packages that were focused on what my customers need or what people were coming to me for, created packages out of that, and then worked on my pricing so that I knew that I needed X number of those per month to be able to generate that income. And I played around with a few other different options and ideas, but I had to stay just focused on that one thing I was going to do. So for me, it's marketing strategy and marketing, virtual marketing, either done with you or done for you. So that's my two main packages. And I knew what I needed to earn to be comfortably leaving my full-time job. So that was great. So my next phase now is then, right, what is my want to earn goal? And then what does that look like? How am I going to structure some different things like workshops? What other income streams can I generate now that I have a bit more time on my hands? And so that's really, really important. So that's the second thing. So the first one is just go where the business is, not where you're thinking that you want to go, because there'll be a massive disconnect there and your business won't grow. And then know your income goals. So I knew my income goals, but I also knew that I was actually going to need quite a few clients to meet those income goals, because fairly new with the business, had loads of experience, but not with social energy. And, there's a lot of people out there that don't know what I do. So I thought I needed to keep the pricing fairly accessible. But then I also knew that I needed to outsource. So right from the very beginning, so late last year, I knew that I needed to outsource the things that were going to take up a lot of my time. So I think it's very common for when you're starting out in business or when you just have a business on your own that you're trying to do all of the things. And I guess my service within Social Energy is an element of outsourcing for a business to outsource their marketing. But I knew that I had to build that into my business models right from the beginning. And you also need to take a bit of a leap of faith and outsource before you're really 100% ready. So I have 4 freelancers on the Social Energy team now that help with specific roles within marketing that are too time consuming for me to do if I have more than about 3 clients. And I knew my income goals, I needed more than 3 clients. So that's worked really, really well for me. And it can be as simple as just outsourcing your admin. And I suppose my accountant, I'm outsourcing some of that work to them as well. So maybe a 5th person. But so it's really important to, if you're feeling really stuck and something's taking up a lot of your time and your energy and you don't really enjoy doing it, then definitely look at outsourcing either with someone like Fiverr or speaking to people that ask around, see who helps with that. Find someone who's a specialist in one particular area, and it's okay to spend $50 here and there on little things if you need a very specific solution, or you could go into an arrangement like I have where I pay them a monthly fee to be able to help my clients. So definitely factor in outsourcing. Don't wear yourself down. I had to do it anyway because I'd had this horrible period where I'm still working full time, my business is growing and growing, and there just wasn't enough hours in the day. And for my own sanity, I needed to outsource some stuff. So definitely factor that in. And it's not as expensive as you think it is. And obviously that's opportunity, because I've outsourced some elements of marketing. It frees me up to be able to talk to more businesses and help more businesses with their marketing now that I've got a bit more time. So that was the third one. And then the final one, which I think is really, really, really important, is you need to follow an 80-20 rule in regards to having this balance of promoting your business while also doing your business. And I think it's a really common one for people to have fall by the wayside. We're so busy helping clients and customers that we don't have time to work on our own business, and we get to a point where we sort of go, okay, a client's finished now, and I've got no business coming in. So you've got to keep that pipeline of new customers coming through and inquiries and getting proposals out and doing your marketing and reaching out to people and networking. So what I did for me, because my time was limited, I got up at stupid o'clock in the morning and I spent a couple of hours every day working on things that would grow my business. So not working on client work, not doing sort of little admin stuff, but actual marketing, actual reaching out to people. Thank goodness Google Gmail has a send later option, because the amount of emails that I sent out to people very early in the morning, they would have thought I was crazy, and that was not the look I was going for. So that would be the other thing, is just make sure you spend time. So it could be one day a week, and it's you focus on just your business and your marketing and new packages and how you're going to promote it, how you're going to launch something new. Just growing your business, and the rest of the time you can spend working in your business. So for me, it worked just having a set amount of time, and I will continue that on now that I'm in a proper routine of just having one job to worry about. Then I will make sure that I always, in that first couple of hours of the day, work on my business and actually growing my business, and then get on with the client work. And that's going to work well for me going forward. So that was the 4 things that I have learned that's enabled me to grow my business to a point where I can comfortably leave my full-time job, although I wanted to do that several months ago. Next for me is just to let things settle a little bit and get into some good structures around reporting and project management and working with the team, and just letting that bed in really well. Obviously working on growing the business, but I'm going to go and do gardening, and I'm going to be a bit more present for my children who've had to put up with a mum working all sorts of hours. And I just, meet people for a coffee and talk on the phone for ages without worrying that I'm wasting time. Or they're all the things that I'm looking forward to. So thank you for those that have been a part of the journey so far. Super excited about what I can achieve now, and hopefully those 4 tips will help you in the future as well, or that you can implement now. So I'll see you next week for Connect the Dots again, and hopefully I'll start posting a bit more on this page now as well. I've got lots of ideas for that too. So okay, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.